This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Hello and welcome to George Daniels Stadium for some 8th grade football action. Here today we have the General Johnnie Wilson Eagles against the Warrensville Tigers. And on this early September afternoon, good weather for a game here. And we're just looking to see how these kids do again at the middle school level.
Right, this is the first game of the season for both these teams, and they're just getting their feet wet. And we might add, yet there was no kickoff. You don't kick the ball in junior high. The idea is learn how to play, learn some fundamentals, learn a respect and a love for the game. And so there's going to be a lot of mistakes today. That goes without saying. That's the way it is. But the officials, they know that, and they don't call every stinking little thing, but a lot of warnings and a lot of don't do that, don't do this. So here we go. We got a second and like 9.5.
And very developmental almost. They're really trying to get these guys ready.
Because a lot of these guys maybe didn't play last year in the 7th grade. This might be the first time they're really suited up, so they're learning the game.
So under center for General Johnnie Wilson is David Wetherington. Sends his man in motion. The toss to the left, cuts back inside, finding room to the left side, down the sidelines, finally out of bounds right at the 50. The ball carrier on that one, Lothario Swiggett, I believe.
And hey, a nice run. A little pitch play to the outside. Here's the replay, I'm assuming. There we go. And it was a good play. A couple of decent blocks, and then Lothario, was that his name?
I believe so. It looked
He did a nice job. Broke a couple tackles, kept going, got a first down. So here we go. Might want to add. Well, there's something happened here now.
And it appears as if there's a penalty on the play.
Okay. And, of course, Johnnie Wilson, General Johnnie Wilson, is in the blue and with the white helmets. And Warrensville Tigers are obviously then in the white jerseys with the blue helmets.
And the call against General Johnnie Wilson takes that run back. So second down and long now for the Eagles. And they just keep backing up.
Okay, there was obviously a 5-yarder. Did they give a signal? I didn't see one.
I didn't see the signal.
Okay. Well, it's probably a offside, some minor thing. But you know what? You have to learn you can't do that because then you just took away a nice 15-yard run. And actually it's a total of 20, right? 15, and then you add the 5. So
second down now. Man in motion again. The quick handoff to Sturgill. Sturgill in that pile. Pulled down quickly. Ball comes out, but forward progress was stopped. And so third and long now for General Johnnie Wilson.
Okay. There's a replay. Kind of glommed up in the middle there. And again, you don't expect them to play like the freshmen or the JVs or the varsity. They're playing like 8th graders.
Yeah.
Learning the game. And it's just kind of, I really get a kick out of seeing these kids play because in 3 or 4 years, we'll be talking when we're doing a game on WEOL, we'll be talking about these guys playing on the varsity. So it's kind of neat to see them grow up before your eyes.
And there's still quite a bit of talent there. I mean, these are football players still.
That's right. Yep.
So third and long for Wetherington under center. Sturgill in the backfield. Man in motion. Wetherington looks to throw. Intercepted. Coming down the sideline and tackled at the 25-yard line. So Warrensville will take over the interception by, I'm trying to look, it's hard to read these yellow numbers from so high up.
That's a broadcaster's delight. They are hard to read. And then you get a muddy night, then you really can't read them. I think it was number 6, if I'm not mistaken.
And it does look like it could have been number 5 or number 6.
Well, mention them both, and they'll all be happy.
Joshua Johnson is number 5, and I don't think there is a number 6 on the roster.
Well, that eliminates that.
So Joshua Johnson with the interception.
Boy, it sets them up, sets the Tigers up right there on the 25-yard line. So they got a short field to start with.
So Warrensville takes over at the 25 in the shotgun. Shotgun snap, looking to throw too far ahead of the intended receiver. That was Jalen Garver, the intended receiver. And almost unusual to see a shotgun in a middle school 8th grade game.
Well, it depends on what the head coach of the whole system wants. Some guys want them to run every play exactly the same. Personally, I think you ought to just be in a basic formation and learn how to block and tackle. But that's just my opinion and whatever. But here we go. Another guys spread all over the field.
2nd down and 10 now after the incomplete pass. Looking to throw again. A quick screen to the left. Outside looking for room. Nothing there. Good job by the Eagles defense just to really.
That's right. Came up quick, closed on the play, and held them to about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, a very short gain on that screen.
Now we got to remember, since we're down so close, they'll probably go on 4th down. So General Johnnie Wilson have their backs up against their own goal line here, so they're going to have 2 successful defensive plays in a row.
And at this level, you have to remember, it depends on if there's even a punter on the roster, a guy who can kick it.
Correct.
So under center now is Warrensville for 3rd and 7. Looking to throw again, rolling out, in trouble, trying to find some room, and he is taken down hard behind the line of scrimmage, and that was completely took away the gain from the last pass.
It sure did.
And looking at the replay, that one just falling apart from the start, and getting the sack looked like it
15?
was 15 and 89 coming together. Marius Hernandez and maybe 14 Manny Brown taking him down.
We have very rudimentary rosters up here.
and so often in middle school, guys will switch numbers.
They will. They'll switch it to. We did a game one time. They were switching it to half. I said, guys, you can't do that.
So 4th and long in the shotgun. Warrensville takes the snap. The screen pass dropped. And so nothing from that interception for Warrensville, and General Johnnie Wilson will take right over.
It was intended for.
It was intended for Jalen Garver on Warrensville.
Jalen Garver.
Number 11.
He's a big kid, but again, he learned a lesson right there. You have to look the ball in and make sure you secure it before you start going upfield.
And I'll be honest, I don't think I've gotten a good look at the quarterback for Warrensville's number this entire time in the sun when he was out there.
Yeah.
Again, it really is tough to read.
Gold on white is not a good combination. Now, on the other hand, white on blue is a very good combination.
So General Johnnie Wilson takes over at the 26-yard line. A long way to go.
All right, but still, the mistake that they made with the interception did not cost them. So we're still nothing, and they've got an opportunity here.
Weatherington sends a man in motion, pitches it back, running to the left side, finding some room. Brought down at the 36, close to a 1st down. That was Dakota Mincy on the run.
Nice run, nice play. Here it is again. Mincy comes in motion, gets the ball, and tries to turn upfield. And he does a nice job.
And I'm impressed by these ball carriers' vision looking down the field, able to find these areas.
Got to be able to do it, that's right.
That toss play successful so far for General Johnnie Wilson. The first one they ran came back on a penalty call.
That's right, but it looks like a play. I think we'll see that a few times. What do you think, Hyatt?
Well, they've got gains of 9 and almost 15. So
there you go.
If they can't stop it.
You got, like Paul Brown said, now I don't know if you remember who Paul Brown was, but if you have a big gun, shoot it.
Mincy in motion again. Weatherington takes the snap. Pulls it down, runs it himself, gets the 1st down, brought down hard at about the 39-yard line.
There you go.
And it looked like he may have looked past at first. It could have been a setup play to Mincy.
Could have been, but hey, they got a 1st down. And these General Johnnie Wilson guys, they're kind of tall and willowy looking, so you got to believe, in a few years when they're playing on the varsity, they're going to fill out and be, some good-sized guys, but right now they're good-sized guys for 8th graders.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they've really, again, while it may be a middle school game, it looks like a football game. I mean, these could be freshmen or JV guys out there.
You're right. They're pretty well organized. We got a timeout. but they're pretty well organized. They seem to know what's going on, and,
Well, this timeout gives me time to send it over to the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Are you employed by or retired from Lorain City Schools? If the answer is yes, then pay close attention to the following. The Lorain School Employees Credit Union wants to help you enter the red zone. If financial terms, that's the green zone. Earn a higher rate of return with an LSECU certificate of deposit. You call the play and pick the terms. We provide the blocking with the best rates in town. Open the playbook and call LSECU at 282-4600 and talk with your CD coach. Put it in the end zone every time with an LSECU certificate of deposit. Once again, 282-4600.
perfect timing. Break the huddle, back out on the field.
So General Johnny Wilson gets their first down of the game, kind of able to make some things happen on offense. Maybe, you can see them carry this throughout the game, and this is a good first game for this team.
Absolutely. It's the old momentum thing. You start running a couple plays and you feel good about it. Say, yeah, we can do that. And then you just keep marching on down the field.
Weatherington under center for 1st and 10 from the 39. Man in motion. And fumbled snap. Weatherington looks like he landed on it, but there also is a flag on the play. And it looked like Warrensville had it.
Procedure.
So
they're going to decline that and keep the fumble.
So Warrensville did recover.
Here it is again.
Here we see it.
Yeah.
So 2 early mistakes for General Johnny Wilson. And Warrensville gets another shot right here.
They sure do.
So Warrensville comes up to the line in shotgun once
again. Here's that receiver we talked about to the near side. That's a big guy right there.
Excuse me, a two-back formation now. The handoff, running to the left side, able to shake a man off him, coming towards the sideline and pushed out at about the 31. The ball carrier on that play,
the glare.
Dyson Giddens.
The glare is unbelievable.
So
you're learning your lessons here today, buddy.
So Dyson Giddens on the run there, and here we see it again. A good job right here, able to shake that guy out. Well, he didn't really get his arms around him at all, but
right.
A good job staying forward. Keep those legs moving forward.
We had 15, who I can't see.
15 on General Johnny Wilson, who isn't listed on the roster.
Listed. So the no-name player 15, he's playing a good game. He's been on a few tackles. He's doing a good job.
So back in the shotgun now. On 2nd and short. Taking the snap, running to the right. Trying to find some room.
Good job. Facing him up. Excellent job.
And he had nowhere to go on that one.
That is right.
He looked to cut back. That was Devin Miles, the quarterback, on the run.
Right, and the defender was Lorenzo Hickerson. Lorenzo did a nice job. He stayed right here. He is. He's staying right on him. He won't let the ball carrier get outside of him, and then he delays him long enough for the rest of his buddies to show up. That's a great defensive play.
An impressive patience not to just rush at the guy.
That's
correct.
At
the middle school level, again, you're learning things like that, and you can tell.
They didn't take the cut, and all that kind of faking out and all that stuff. It looks like we have another. Oh, is that the quarter? That's the end of the quarter. So here we go. But before we go, we got an old geezer up here with us. It's an old to your right.
Yeah, alongside us today is Zach Truman, my old announcing buddy from last year. And we also have, of course, our director, producer, everything, Joe Bach.
And he's not the old geezer we were talking about, though.
And on camera, Mr. Bob Flinbecker. So we'll be. Are we taking a break?
Sure.
All right, we'll be back after these messages with more 8th grade football here at George Daniels Stadium.
Plant inspiration. Provide youth with the creative tools and skills to cultivate it. And you'll be amazed at what can grow. Adobe Youth Voices and the Peapod Foundation. Learn more at plantandinspire.org.
Welcome back. 8th grade football action here on WLCS TV 20. Warrensville, General Johnnie Wilson scores 0-0. Warrensville with the ball in General Johnnie Wilson territory. And a first down run there. Or what appears to be close to a first down. And I think they're going to say it was brought down a yard short.
Yeah, I don't think could it be fourth down? That's what the marker says, but I'm not sure.
It looked like on the replay
it
that
is
you might
they
have gotten
just
across.
They just made the signal fourth down, so it looks like they're going to need short yard, huh?
So 4th and inches here for Warrensville. They did not convert on fourth down their last time they had the ball.
Big play right here.
And directly under center is Miles for Warrensville. And he might just take it right up the center himself. Looks to hand off, and there is nothing there.
Oh, great job.
Wow. That was number 29, Justin Sturgill, I believe, on the tackle.
Yeah, Sturgill, nice job.
And there was just absolutely no room for the runner on
There's
that
a
play.
replay. Good penetration. Sturgill's in there, and
Sturgill, Hernandez, the entire General Johnnie Wilson defensive line was back
that's the
there.
way you like to see it right there. Good swarming tackle.
And so 2 turnovers for the Warrensville defense and 2 4-and-outs for the Warrensville offense.
That's it. Now let's see if General Johnnie Wilson can get a couple of first downs here. I think they got one in that first quarter, and then they had 2 fumbles, which really slowed them down. So there we go.
They've been losing the field position battle thus far. They've been effective on offense, but again, 2 turnovers.
Right.
So General Johnnie Wilson sets this drive at the 37. Weatherington under center, and some confusion.
Timeout.
And General Johnnie Wilson does take their timeout, which gives me time once again to send it over to the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Are you employed by or retired from the Lorain City Schools? If the answer is yes, then pay close attention to the following. Don't be penalized with low interest rates on your investments. Step up in the pocket and pass your funds to Lorain School Employees Credit Union. We will tackle the competition so you win the financial game of interest. Choose a certificate of deposit and watch your APY score the maximum. Call us at 282-4600, 282-4600. And I think a lot of what we've seen so far has been good work by Brian Pagan and Scott Sherwood, the coaches for General Johnnie Wilson. We've mentioned numerous times good defensive plays. They're always in position, it seems.
Right.
All the fundamentals are there for General Johnnie Wilson. Just a few execution mistakes have been the problem.
And offense is always a little harder. Your offense is always a little behind your defense because there's a lot more timing involved there. But, hey, they're learning the game. It's 0-0, 0-0 early in the second quarter. So here we go.
So Weatherington under center getting this drive off. Man in motion. The toss to the left. Trying to cut back to the middle. Find some room on the right side of the field. Pushing forward. Finally brought down at the 42. That was Dakota Mincy, who's been getting the ball on that toss play quite often.
He's doing a good job. Well, we said the play's working, and, that's what the coaches do. You keep running it. But looks like he's a good instinctive runner. Here he is now. He's cutting back in, cutting out, and it takes more than one guy to bring him down. That's always a critical thing. So here we go, first down. Now, hey, we're on the move here.
General Johnnie Wilson looking to push into Warrensville territory here. First down at the 43-yard line. Weatherington under center. Man in motion is Sturgill, and flags thrown, trying to take another timeout quickly, but not before the offensive infraction. False start on the offense. So that pushes General Johnnie Wilson back 5 yards, and now it's 1st and 15, which is a whole lot tougher in middle school than 1st and 10.
That's a lot tougher in the NFL. It doesn't matter. 1st and 15, coaches don't like. You know what they like? They like 1st and 2. They like that.
And another penalty flag thrown. So this will likely push General Johnnie Wilson back even further, depending on the call.
I think I saw him with the procedure sign, so it looks like it'll be it's going to be 1st and 20.
So that 10-yard run
Yeah,
by Mincy completely wiped off the board now.
took
And
it away, yep.
first and forever ahead of General Johnny Wilson. So Weatherington lines up. Man in motion is Sturgill. The quick handoff, nothing there. A loss of almost 4 on that one.
See, that's the problem. You know, you're kind of limited in what you can do, and then, you know, things aren't going well, so coach says, well, let's run just a basic thing to get going, and, you know, you didn't fool anybody.
Yeah. And especially at this point, I mean, you're not going to throw it 25 yards down the field.
I don't think so, no.
So 2nd and about 25 now.
Well, if we see Mincy in motion, I think we'll know what the play is, huh? What do you think?
So Weatherington comes up under center, I formation, Mincy and Sturgill in the backfield. Weatherington takes the snap, and that was either a broken play or just excellent defense by Warrensville, because there was no room there.
It's Jason Lozda from the Tigers. That's a big guy.
Wow.
It is a big boy.
And he just busted through that line. So 3rd and even longer now for General Johnny Wilson. They're just looking to get something. Or excuse me, are they calling that the fumble at the end of the play was Warrensville, or was that 4th down? Or
looks like.
It looks like Warrensville is taking over.
It must have been a fumble.
So there must have been a fumble at the end of the play. It looked like the ball squirted out, but there wasn't a real urgency by any of the players on the field. And another fumble right there.
Look at this!
Right into the hands.
Oh, pick him up and put him down.
Brandon Tolliver trying to get there inside the 15, and brought down at the 5-yard line. A horse collar tackle at the end of the play.
That's right.
So General Johnny Wilson will take over at about the 2.5, and
that was
Brandon Tolliver.
Brandon Tolliver. Now, I know we've got this on a replay. It's a botched handoff. Bobble, it goes right into his hands. That's a lineman's dream.
And I think in the lineman's dream, he'd have enough speed to get those extra 5 yards.
Well, you got to know somebody's chasing you, so you got to. But he'll learn. He'll learn. That's the best play Lorain's had today. So there you go. And half the distance to the goal. They're going to be on the 2.5-yard line.
So
they're in good position here.
General Johnny Wilson has 3 turnovers, but the 1 turnover for Warrensville is going to bite them more than all 3 for General Johnny Wilson combined.
So far, yes, indeed. I think we'll see some straight-ahead things here. What do you think?
If you just fall forward 4 times, you might just end up in the end
You'd like
zone.
to think, wouldn't you? And we're going to call timeout, I guess.
And it looks like a timeout for Warrensville. I think Lorain's expended all of theirs, if I'm correct.
That might be.
And it's worth noting that...
go ahead.
Well, it's just worth noting that in middle school football, obviously, we don't have a clock up here.
Correct.
So
we don't have any.
You kind of get the sense that we're coming to the end of the first half. But
especially when there's not a lot of passes and the clock keeps running. But Brandon, he's the hero so far. That's cool when you see a guy with a 60 number on it running down the field. And you know what? He will never, ever forget that. But the older he gets, the longer the run will be. You know what I mean? It's one of those deals.
It starts off at the 40, then
well,
next
you know,
year
it was
he ran it from the 20. Next thing you know is at the goal line.
Well, it's an
85
85-yard run I had, yes.
And here it is one more time.
There we go. Watch it. The handoff bounces. He just boom, right into his hands. He's running, baby. He's running.
And so that sets up General Johnny Wilson here at the 2.5-yard line. Of course, the penalty right here at the horse collar. But you can't blame the tackler on that one.
Oh, no,
you
got to
get him down.
Yeah.
Any way he
could. It wasn't a
could.
deliberate kind of thing.
So General Johnny Wilson takes over 1st and goal at the 2.5.
Here we go.
And now it's Sturgill at quarterback.
I formation.
In the I formation. Weatherington lined up to the right as wide receiver, so this is an interesting formation here. Sturgill trying to find some room to the right side, and he got nothing. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And so second and goal, and with a defensive play like that right off the bat, you put a little bit of doubt in General Johnny Wilson's mind.
Well, it's usually all or nothing down here. You got to find the spot where they ain't, as they say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You just have to figure out where your guys are more than their guys.
That's correct, yes.
So second down now. Sturgill still under center.
And maybe the sweep down here so that the back has a chance to run to the corner, you know? Get a little speed up.
Takes the snap. The option, and again, brought down behind the 5 at the 6 or 7. And once again, a loss on a first and goal, a loss on a second and goal. And now third and goal from the 7 isn't as easy as first from the 2.
No, it isn't.
And you'll see it here just trying to make something happen, but...
Well, I'm seeing our boy come in here.
So it looked like David Weatherington has come back out.
He can lug the leather, so let's see.
Well, it looks like Sturgill's still under center. Weatherington
but this could
as
be
a slot receiver.
If he comes in motion to the left, you know what the play is.
So here comes the motion.
See,
Sturgill rolling out to the
penalty.
right, looking to pass, just sends that one into the ground. Penalty on the play.
2 guys moving around.
And so now, with the penalty added on, it'll be third down and goal from the 12. And these small mistakes adding up for
They sure are.
General Johnny Wilson.
They might decline it. What the heck?
And it is declined, so fourth down and goal
Here
from
it
the
is.
7.
This is the play right here.
And you can see there Weatherington moving at the same time as Mincy in motion.
And they had the guy wide open, but you can't have 2 guys moving. That's a basic thing. So
And that's what they're here to learn.
that is correct.
You know, a coach almost would rather have that lesson be learned now than the ref not see it and you score.
That's right, because then they think they can, get away with that kind of stuff. You can't.
So fourth and goal from the 7, Weatherington under center. Once again. Looking to pass, throws it up, and that one just into the ground. So nothing on the first and goal opportunity from the 2-yard line.
But the good thing, it's first down on about the 7-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
So the Tigers have a long way to go. And we should be getting fairly close on time. It's hard to tell.
I almost wouldn't be surprised if they just try to get out of this one, depending on how close we are.
Don't make any mistakes or anything like that, but there can't be much more than a couple minutes.
And it's worth noting now, if this score continues at 0-0 or any form of tie, there is no overtime in middle school football.
No, there isn't.
It just ends in a tie at the end of the fourth quarter.
That is correct.
So here we see Warrensville lining up in the shotgun at their own 7. So likely looking to do some damage here instead of just running out the clock. Man in motion. The snap high, good job corralling it, and that screen pass just into the ground and incomplete. So the mindset is attack for the Tigers.
That's it.
And the intended receiver, Jalen Garver, once again. And I think he's been the intended receiver almost all day.
Well, he sure is a physical specimen.
He's got the
kid.
size.
Yep, big kid, yeah.
Not when the throws are too low for him, but
Well, that's seems so simple in practice.
Mm-hmm.
But when the other guys are trying to get their meat hooks into you, it's not so easy.
so 2nd and 10 for Warrensville. Lone backfield for Devin Miles. Man in motion. That pass play bobbled and caught. Running out of bounds at the 10, and a flag for a late hit there. Our mystery player number 15 is going to get called for that one.
Well, now he's glad that his name isn't on the roster. Well, that'll be a first down.
Mm-hmm.
Because that'll be
so there he's
like
out
a
of
dead
bounds.
ball.
And that is a late hit.
Yeah.
And that's as late as you can get.
And you got to, that's another, and again, it wasn't a deliberate kind of thing, but
No.
you have to learn where you are on the field, and that's why you play these games, to learn those lessons.
So all of a sudden, Warrensville at the 26-yard line.
That's actually their best offensive output right there. A penalty and a completed pass.
Yeah, it's been quite a few 4-and-outs, 3-and-outs, and
Yes.
turnovers that we've seen. Warrensville trying to make something happen near the end of the first half. Again, no definitive clock for us, but you get the feeling that time is ticking down in this first half. So Miles in the shotgun. Sends his man in motion. Takes a snap, the handoff. Finding room on the left. Looking for something, and wrapped up and brought down at the 39. Good tackling by Manny Brown.
That's it.
And he was the last line of defense there.
That was kind of a bobbled handoff, too. That might have been the same play that Johnnie Wilson took it right out of the air and ran that.
And it almost looks like an issue of a height difference. He's handing off to him, and it's almost at his upper chest or neck. And that one, again, almost hitting the helmet. And that's one of those things where you don't necessarily think about when you're in middle school that that's going to be an issue.
Yep.
So shotgun with 2 men in the backfield for Miles. Or excuse me, this isn't Miles.
That's our receiver.
Tackle. That is our receiver, Jalen Garver.
Yes, Garver.
Taking the snap there. And you know something's wrong when the tallest guy in the backfield's taking the snap. Or the tallest guy in the field, period.
And they had a shot at him because looks like he was trying to hand off. It's like, oops, there's no one here. Well, I think I'll miss, and now he's going to run. That is a big guy running with the ball.
And only a gain of 2, but made so much more impressive by the fact that it was almost a loss, and I think that will be the end of the half.
That's the end of the half. Yes.
So 0-0 here, 8th grade football action, General Johnnie Wilson versus Warrensville. We'll be back with the second half after these messages on WLCS TV 20. Hello and welcome back to 8th grade middle school football action here on WLCS TV 20. General Johnnie Wilson, against Warrensville, score 0-0. I'm Hyatt Hernan. Alongside me, Bob Tomaszewski, and it's been a pleasure announcing with you thus far.
Well, so far so good. We just haven't had a lot of action. That's the no, we've had action. We haven't had any scoring action. So maybe we'll see some this time. Warrensville has the ball.
So under center, the pass falling short and in the ground, penalty flag.
And again, just to remind everybody, there's no kickoffs in 8th grade football. So Lorain had the ball first in the first half, and now Warrensville has the ball first in the second half. And there was some kind of, a big one, a holding. There you go, 10-yard holding. And that's a good thing for General Johnnie Wilson.
And worth noting on that play, Jalen Garver was playing quarterback once again.
Yes, he's a big, tall kid.
So 1st and 20 now for Warrensville.
Lorain's played good defense. That's one thing they really have looked well on defense. So let's see what they can come up with.
Handoff coming to the left, trying to find room in the middle, and what a rapid tackle.
Not bad, yes.
Sturgill on that tackle.
Sturgill played off the block and made the tackle. That's a good job. That's what you're supposed to do. Gave up a few yards, and here we have it again. You'll see Sturgill comes up. There's the play. Comes up, sees what's happening. He said, oh, get off of that and get on that. There you go. Nice job.
And you see the penetration from the defensive line, good.
Yes. Disrupting the offense. That's your job.
So 2nd and about 12 now for Warrensville. Under center is still Garver. Or, excuse me, in the shotgun, Garver. Awaits the snap, sends his man in motion. Snap high, falling on it, back at the 19 is Ronzel Clayton II.
That's probably not a bad play. As people say, why didn't he pick it up and run with it? Well, you know what? Then you see the ball really bouncing around. The main thing on a fumble is to recover the ball so you have another play. So that is going to be 3rd down, and, boy, we are backing it up here. Looks like about 25, 26 yards, maybe?
Nearly 25 exactly. It looks like they're almost right at the 20 there. So a long ways to go for this.
Well, now you play it squared away, and then you'll give the ball over, and it'll be like a imaginary punt.
So 3rd down, Garver under center, 1 man in the backfield. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking down the field, launches that one in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
Incomplete. Okay, now you see, one of the problems, that's why there's no punts or anything. They'll just turn the ball over to Lorain. And, the center, the guy we take for granted, he can't, that's a hard thing to do, is snap that ball back there between your legs with your head down and, let's see what are they going to go for it?
Well, it is 4th down.
Maybe they're going to. They are going to punt.
So it looks like
they had a problem snapping a ball in a shotgun. Well, who knows what they got guys all over the field now.
Well, they've got Garver out there, who's normally the quarterback, but sometimes your most athletic guy is the guy who goes out there and boots it.
Well, maybe they are going to punt it, but this is not the easiest thing for that center.
So we'll see. 4th down. The punt incoming.
Okay.
And it's a nice one.
Nice punt.
Stops, bounces at the 45. Sturgill's going to pick it up and run with it to the left.
He's on his horse.
On the sideline. Knocked out finally at the 25. So,
Hyatt, it was interesting. The punt didn't go to the 1st down. So that's how far back they were. But a great return by Sturgill. I'm sure here it is again. Nice kid. That's a nice punt. It really is. And here's Sturgill. And he kind of lulls them and says, now I think I'll run away from you. And down the sidelines. Good job.
So really only a net of about 5 yards.
Yeah.
They punted from the 20, and Lorain takes over at the 23, 24.
Okay, Lorain's in good shape here. General Johnnie Wilson. Got to get the troops together and start a march into the end zone. What do you think?
Well, they've had opportunities like this before, remember?
Well, they were on the 2.5 yard line. So let's see if they can punch one in here, get somebody broke loose. Well, we got a timeout.
So another timeout taken by Warrensville. Gives me time to tell you about the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Are you employed by or retired from the Lorain City Schools? If the answer is yes, then pay close attention to the following. Red zone, end zone, O zone. Got you confused? Make your next play, call a touchdown with the certificate of deposit at Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Our playbook has a CD rate that will score every time. Call your play at 282-4600 or stop by the office at 4459 Oberlin Avenue, Lorain. 282-4600, 4459 Oberlin Avenue, Lorain.
Talk to Neil Summers over there. Good guy. He knows his stuff.
Well, the Lorain Credit Union obviously have been supporters of TV20 for as long as I've been here.
That's right.
And
I've been here longer than you, so I. No, but they are. They're good people working over there. Here we go.
So 1st down and 10 at the 23-yard line. General Johnnie Wilson taking over right outside the red zone. Looking to make something finally happen in this 0-0 game.
Well, they had that outside play. They ran that pitch sweep that was working real well for them, but then they kind of got in a funk and they had a lot of motion penalties and 2 guys going on one time. So let's see if they can settle this down.
Weatherington under center, Sturgill in motion, takes the pitch.
There it is.
Juts forward, spinning around and taken down at the 16-yard line.
It's a nice play. It's worked every time they've run it. It's worked really well.
And you'll see it again here. It's simple and it's worked every time.
Right. And it's a nice cutback. There's nothing outside, so he goes inside and you got 6 yards. We'll take that. We can figure that out, right? 2 of those and you got a first down.
So 2nd and about 4 from the 16. Weatherington under center. Man in motion is Mincy. Weatherington looking past, decides to take it himself, running up the middle.
Well, you got a few.
Pushes for 3, maybe 4.
Sure.
I don't think it'll be a first down, but maybe 3rd and 1.
But they got 2 shots at it. Because down here, you're obviously going to go on 4th down.
And you see it there in the replay, and a good push there. It looked like he could have been wrapped up, but he kept his legs moving, so 3rd and
That's the
short.
key. Any good running back, when he gets tackled, he always falls forward, so you get that extra yard.
So Weatherington under center for 3rd and short. Mincy, Sturgill among those in the backfield. Trying to make something happen. Man in motion, Sturgill. That pitch play comes back again, pushing forward down to the 12, and that'll be a first down.
Yes, I think you're right. Here it is again. We might want to talk a little about those interior linemen. They're putting some hands on people and driving them off. So they're learning. Tie your guy up so that he can't make the tackle. There's a first down. Now, the nice thing about this being on the 12, obviously, you can get a first down. And if you do that, you'll probably be down around the 2. So you're going to get, you got 8 plays down here that you can, get it in there and score.
So General Johnny Wilson threatening to get the first points of the game.
This is
still
huge.
0-0.
This is huge. The way they've been playing defense, this might be enough. So let's see. Timeout.
So General Johnny Wilson really wanted to put some thought into this one.
Yeah. So let's see. And I'm sure the coaches are saying, just don't jump around. Make sure you're set, because that's what they shot themselves in the foot a couple times because they had 2 guys in motion or somebody moved or there was a fumble. So they got, and that's opening game jitters too. I mean, that's all part of the game. You have to learn how to cope with that. So they're learning their lessons, and like we said, in a few years they'll be scoring up here on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Running in and with a full house
and you can't practice these kinds of scenarios.
No,
games.
you can't. You can't, because the game situations are just that. They're game situations, and the pressure of playing a game and all that kind of stuff. And I've said this before, and it is a proven fact that students that are involved in extracurricular activities, whether it's the debate club, the football team, or whatever it happens to be, but if you're involved in extracurriculars, you will be more successful. That's a proven fact. Employers like to see that kind of stuff. You are more than just a student. You're a well-rounded person. All these little lessons in life teach you a lot of things that you can use later on.
So 1st and 10 from the 12 for General Johnny Wilson. Man in motion is Mincy. Weatherington's quick pass bounced up off the hands and could not come down with it. It looked like it was going right to Ronzel Clayton the second.
Oh, we didn't want that. And I think there's a flag. Procedure. Oh, boy. I think it was one of the linemen were moving.
Yeah, it looked like someone got an early start down there.
Oh, boy.
And again on the
lucked
replay,
out on that, though.
2 Warrensville Tigers had their hands right on it.
They must have. Are they going to decline or are they going to take it? Procedure, decline. Okay, all right.
So 2nd down still at the 12.
I think I might have taken the 5 yards.
I think I would have taken
more
the 5
distance
yards.
is more distance, right? Especially at this level.
So after the declined penalty, 2nd and 10. General Johnny Wilson marching up to the line. Sturgill, Mincy among those in the backfield. The third back, Lorenzo Hickerson. Weatherington under center. Mincy in motion. Gets the pitch. Cuts inside to the left. Fighting
Still
forward.
going.
Fighting forward. Brought down 3, maybe 2 yards short of the first down at the 4-yard line.
Oh, boy, that's a nice run there. That's the first time I think they ran it to the left.
And you'll see it on the replay.
There it is. Nice cutback. Look at that. And then everybody just pushing forward. There you go.
So he turned what was maybe a 3-4 yard run into a 5-6 yard run just by pushing forward, and it puts General Johnny Wilson in good position. 3rd and maybe 3.
Get that first down. Or better yet, how about just score and be done with it?
Mincy in motion, toss once again, and no room this time. Brought down way behind the line of scrimmage at the 10, and that's what you might get when you run the toss play too many times.
You got to give the other team credit.
You'll see it again here.
Yep.
Just a good adjustment. They see the man in motion, and everyone knew where that one was going as soon as he took off.
Sure did, yep.
So 4th down and 8, maybe 7 from the 10.
Right.
Big play here for General Johnny Wilson.
Maybe 8 yards for the score. So, oof. Again, score the touchdown, let's be done with it.
They can get the first down inside the 2, but I think everyone on this bench wants just to get in the end zone here. Weatherington in the backfield. Looking to throw. Tosses it up. Incomplete. Good defense there. The defender able to just knock that one down.
Yep.
And so nothing for General Johnny Wilson in the red zone again.
Well, they did some good things, and then they did some poor things, but those are things you're going to sit there. And, you know, the beauty of having these games broadcast is that, you know, the coaches can sit there and they can look at that tee and say, look, guys, these are the mistakes we made. And, you know, guys never know, you know, so I didn't miss that block. Well, look at this. Oh, I did miss that block. Well, you didn't do it as well as you could. So, yeah, and that's how you learn. You see your mistakes.
So Warrensville taking over at the 10, 90 yards to go.
Now, Lorain defense has been very stellar, so they've done a good job. So let's see if we can maybe get a takeaway here.
And both teams had turnover troubles in the first half. I believe 3 for General Johnny Wilson, 2 for Warrensville, and 1 that could have been with the high snap.
Right.
So in the shotgun is Garver. Or, excuse me, I believe he moved under center now. 1 running back. Takes a snap. Looking pass. He was just wrapped up. And that one falls incomplete. Good heads-up play, though, to get the ball out of there.
Even if he caught that, they're lucky, because if you'll watch this, that would have been a loss.
Yeah.
Here it is again, I think. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they quite had replay on that one.
Right, okay.
But
still, second and 10, so come up with it. And they had good pressure early in that play, right up the middle.
So 2nd and 10 at the 10. We've seen before if things go south for Warrensville on this possession, they do have a punter who can get it down the field. So that's something to think about. Shotgun formation, or excuse me, Garza under center again. The handoff to the left, cutting back in, trying to find something, and he will get across for the first down. That looks like it was Ronzel Clayton, too, the second. And here it is.
There it is. They had him, and he makes a nice cutback. That's a nice cut. And then bring him down.
So able to find the room for the first down there, and that is huge.
Got him out of the hole.
For Warrensville. And it looks like this is the end of the quarter.
Whoa. Boy, it goes fast when you run the ball every time, doesn't it?
So at the end of the third quarter, the score still 0-0. Warrensville General Johnny Wilson in this 8th grade football matchup. We'll be back with more action after these messages on WLCS TV 20.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Lefebvre, and this is Johnnie. We're working with Best Friends Animal Society to stop the suffering of millions of breeding dogs in puppy mills who supply puppies to pet stores. You can help too by not adding to the demand for pet store puppies. When searching for your next best friend, do what I did. Adopt. Don't shop. Let a shelter dog like Johnnie steal your heart.
Welcome back to 8th grade football action on WLCS TV 20. General Johnny Wilson versus the Warrensville Tigers. The score is still 0-0. I'm Hyatt Hernan alongside Bob Tomaszewski, excuse me. And this run to the right side again, getting a first down, and that is huge for Warrensville trying to get something going in this fourth quarter.
That's right.
And once again, the run, Ronzel Clayton the second. And that might be their toss play because that's the second time they've had that draw play, and it's worked well both times. So first down from the 39-yard line. Still a long ways to go, but a lot shorter field now. Snap taken. The handoff and met in the backfield. Sturgill, the first one to get to him.
Yes.
And then he's met by his friends.
That's a loss there, isn't it?
It's a loss of almost 5.
Yeah.
And that's one way to stall offensive momentum.
That will do it. Yeah.
And great anticipation as you see it again on the replay. The defensive line just jumping as soon as the ball was snapped. So second and 13 or 14 for this Warrensville offense. Coming out under center again. We haven't seen as much shotgun formation as we did early.
Yep. As soon as you said it, right?
And now he comes back into almost a pistol formation. The screen complete, trying to find something near the sideline, diving ahead to the 41.
Still a good play. He only gained about 4 or 5. It's going to bring up third and about what, 7?
7 or 8.
Yeah.
Here's the replay.
It was a nice pass. Good job. Caught the ball, turned upfield, but good defense too. So there you go.
Yeah, positionally, I think General Johnny Wilson's been on point.
They have. They've done a good job. They haven't had any like just blown plays where somebody's wide open or somebody cracks off a long run. No, they've played pretty solid on defense.
So in the shotgun again for 3rd and 8 comes Warrensville. Taking the snap, looking pass, that one high and behind.
Tried to throw it to
Garver.
Garver, who was the quarterback. Now they put him out there. That might be a telltale sign, too. Yeah. When he goes to the wide receiver, hey, guys, here's the – they're throwing it to him. So that brings up 4th down. Now, they punted last time. Let's see what they do this time.
Well, it's almost between, are they going to win the game, or are they going to try to practice their fundamentals?
And the thought being, if you punt the ball, you're going to get it closer to the place you want to eventually get it, the other team's goal line. So let's see what they do.
And it looks punt formation, but timeout called by Warrensville. Gives me time to talk about the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Hey, sports fans, high school sports are back. With the excitement of football and volleyball, it's hard to choose what to watch. So turn your channel to WLCS TV 20 and watch them all. Win, lose, or draw, our kids give their best. Lorain School Employees Credit Union supports our schools. 4459 Oberlin Avenue, Lorain, Ohio. And so it appeared at first Warrensville was thinking punt, maybe changing their mind now with this timeout.
Well, it's taken them a long time to, if it's going to be a punt, wouldn't you just say punt formation?
Mm-hmm.
They're over there doing a lot of talking, so maybe it's, as they say, they're on the last page of the playbook. Some trickery and deception in there,
And again, we have no visible clock up here. You get the sense that we're maybe halfway through.
I would think,
nearing the fourth quarter, so maybe 1-2 possessions at the most for each team.
Right.
And still punt formation
for
Warrensville.
Well, Sturgill had a nice return on that last one, so let's see what happens here.
And they do indeed kick it, that one low. Sturgill,
you got to get on it.
And it looks like Warrensville's ball. And Warrensville does indeed come up with it. So now a prime opportunity for Warrensville at the 21-yard line.
That's why you punt. Right there. Things happen. Yep.
And you'll see it on the replay. Kind of a low, awkward punt to field.
Line drive.
So Warrensville takes over at the 21. Trying to put something on the board here in this 0-0 game midway through the fourth quarter. 1st and 10. In the shotgun, excuse me. It is Miles as quarterback.
Right, Garver's out here. There it is. They insist on trying to get him the ball.
And so Garver finds some room and gets tackled about the 15 for a gain of 7.
And that's the reason why, right there. That was a great play. So a little throw it over there. Oh, we got somebody hurt.
Someone is injured on the play. And we'll see the replay here of the screen pass.
There it is. Nice cut back. Looking for his guys.
And I think Garver is the injured player.
I think you're right.
So, obviously, something you never want to see happen at any level of the game.
That's right.
So, Warrensville looking to score at the 15. Normally, you'd have a game recap now, but there's not much to recap.
There's no recap. Yeah, that's right. So,
I think we'll take a quick break here at George Daniels Stadium. The score is 0-0 in middle school football action. We'll be back after these messages.
I'm a big believer in the power of we. We can tackle the tough challenges we face and build community through service and volunteering. It's time for you to raise your hand. Go to serve.gov and get involved in something you believe in.
How will you raise your hand when they call your name?
Are you with me?
We weren't born to follow.
We are back with 8th grade football action. Warrensville Heights, General Johnny Wilson. The score is 0-0. Warrensville threatening here in the fourth quarter, trying to put something on the board late in this game.
there's another good play. Boy, I'm telling you, the defense has played really, really well. There was about 3 guys in the middle there.
And Devin Miles had no room here.
No room at all. Trying to see who was in on that tackle, but it looked like there's the whole center of the defensive line.
So 3rd down now.
I can't. The number's not on there. Oh no, I'm sorry, right here.
Gabe Larsosa.
He's been all over the field today. He's doing a good job. Big Gabe.
So 3rd down. The handoff to the outside, nothing there. And that is Sturgill in on the tackle, and he's been
big
a name.
Loss. Yes, we've said that a few times. But there's a nice big loss right there. So 4th down, you know they're going to go.
4th and long. And as a coach, you imagine you have a play ready. for this situation.
Yeah, you do, but
You never want to use it.
you never want to use it. That's right. But, it's one of those, what do you got to lose? Go ahead. You go deep. I'll try to hit you. It's got to be something that's going to get you a lot of yards.
And without a clock, you sense we're getting towards the end of the fourth quarter.
I think you're right. Yep.
So if General Johnny Wilson does get the ball back here, it could be the last possession of the game.
It very well could be, so they're going to have to hustle it up. The officials are usually pretty good about giving them warnings how much time is left.
So Miles under center. The quick throw behind his man, and General Johnny Wilson will take over at the 22-yard line with what could be one last chance to break this tie.
That's right. They have the ability to do that if they can. They've run some plays that are pretty good. They can just, break it clean, see what happens here.
And there's really only been one big play so far in this game.
That pitch sweep, yes, you're right. And they had a couple just quick hitters. They got a few yards, but let's put it this way. They don't have time for like an 8 or 9 play drive because I think the clock is running against them.
So we'll see what the Eagles can do on offense here in the fourth quarter. Again, game tied 0-0. If the fourth quarter does end, this game will end in a tie.
Yes, it will.
There's no overtime in middle school football.
Here we go.
So Weatherton under center. Botches the snap, and Warrensville will take over. One more chance for the Tigers now. And those turnovers have been an issue for General Johnny Wilson all game.
Yes, they have.
You'll see on that replay, that ball, almost no chance for General Johnny Wilson. It fumbled and then rolled 4 yards forward.
Well, again, these kids, they've practiced, and you say, well, how can that happen? Well, you know what? Practicing is one thing, but when you got a guy breathing right in your face, he's 2 inches away from your nose, and you start thinking about him and not getting the ball back, and that's what happens. And as we've said numerous times this afternoon, that's why we play these games.
So Warrensville now with perhaps the last chance of the game. And it looks like Jalen Garver is back in the game.
Yep.
And not the way they want to start the drive with a penalty. So that'll put the Tigers back.
That might have been illegal participation. They had too many guys in the field, and they were in the huddle. And then if you're in there for, I think it's 5 seconds, and then you run out, well, that's a penalty.
Yeah. So now 1st and 15 from the 30. And a timeout called on the field. So late in the fourth quarter, it gives me a chance once again to tell you about the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Are you employed by or retired from the Lorain City Schools? If the answer is yes, then pay close attention to the following. Don't be penalized with low interest rates on your investments. Step up in the pocket and pass your funds to the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. We will tackle the competition so you win the financial game of interest. Choose a certificate of deposit and watch your APY score the maximum. Call us at 282-4600, 282-4600. So the clock is against the Warrensville Tigers. Score 0-0 late in the fourth quarter. Warrensville trying to jump ahead at the very end of this game.
Well, let's see. Titans have done a good job. Titans. Automatic. Titans. Future Titans.
The handoff.
There it is.
Trying to find room on the right. Wrapped up and brought down. On the tackle was Mincy.
Good short tackling, too. Get their hands on a guy and bring him down. Don't use those arm tackles. Circle him up and bring him down.
And here's the replay. Mincy just grabbing him and not letting go. So 2nd and long from the 30.
Boy, and that clock has got to be taken. I see the official down here. He's looking. We're getting close. Too much time.
So a delay of game.
I'm seeing a
5 yards.
Titan wrestler out here. He's selling hot dogs. Now, should a wrestler be selling hot dogs? I think he should be running around the track making weight. You know, that wrestling season's right around the corner. But he's got his Lorain wrestling shirt on, and he's selling hot dogs. But he's not eating them. That's the important thing.
And Lorain City Schools has done a good job of getting students involved in all facets.
That's correct. That is a good thing. All right, here we go again.
2nd and long from the 35 for Warrensville. Time winding down in the 4th quarter, 0-0. Miles takes the shotgun snap, looking pass, launches up the field, has a man. That one could have been intercepted, but it looks like 2 Eagles collided down there.
That's right. But you know what? It was a good play because they faked that little screen to the side and tried to throw it deep. So they're trying stuff, and that's important.
And it looked like he had his man.
But good coverage. We had, here it is again. Here it is, big rainbow. And we got about 3 guys there. Boom, boom. Oh, man.
And Joshua Johnson, the intended receiver on that one, but
yeah.
I'm not sure if he really had a chance at it by the time it got down there. So 3rd and long from the 35. Time obviously ticking down. And it looks like Dyson Giddens, number 20, is taking the snap. So another changeup. His pass nearly intercepted by Mincy. He was there.
Mincy read that baby. That was the old pick 6, as they say, if he could have caught that.
And if that pass was on target and high enough, Mincy could have taken that one to the house.
That's for sure. That's right. Okay. This could be it right here. 4th down. If I don't know if Lorain can score, but if I can't win, I want to tie, kind of thing.
Yeah. So Warrensville's could be last chance of the game. 4th and 16 from the 36.
That's a long way to go.
And it looks like Garver under center once again. Garver looking throw.
Big drop.
Lots of time. And that pass off the hands of the intended receiver. And some penalty flag coming in.
Let's see what happens here.
And this could be, and I think it is against the Lorain General Johnny Wilson defense.
Ooh.
Pass interference on the defense.
That hurts.
And that's a 1st down.
15 and a 1st.
So here's the play on replay.
Here we go.
Oh, excuse me, no replay. But that one hurts, especially late in a game.
Oh, it sure does. Well, they got 4 more shots.
And obviously it was a call the referee felt that they had to make.
Well, you see it, you have to call it. That's the way that is. And the official was pretty emphatic about that flag coming in there. That wasn't a late call or anything. That was can't be grabbing the receiver when he's crossing the middle. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's not an automatic first down.
So it's not an automatic 1st down.
There we go. All right, well, that's even better.
So now 4th and short for the game here.
Correct. Here we go.
Garza under center for Warrensville. Looking for something, and he has the 1st down. Falling down at about the 17. And this is a situation where you miss having the luxury of a guy who can kick a field goal.
Well, yeah, that's true. And the thing was, when I was coaching junior high and that, it's really tough on the coaches because you don't know how much time there is. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're always looking up there and you say, oh, we got 30 seconds, we can do this. You have no clue.
Yeah.
I mean, you know within a minute or so, but gee whiz.
And so this fourth quarter has, I mean, it's been going on for quite a bit of time. You imagine they're inside a minute.
They got to be getting down close. And again, we're just guessing, but you never know.
So Garver under center for Warrensville after the first down. Penalty flag here against the offense.
Somebody did some probably a movement in the line.
And so that'll push them back 5 more yards. So 1st and 15 from the 22.
Winding the clock. That's it.
And that's it. Warrensville not getting a playoff.
Boy, that's the ball game.
So the final score, a 0-0 tie here at George Daniel Stadium. General Johnny Wilson and Warrensville.
But looking back on it, I would say defensively, the Johnny Wilson, the Eagles, they did a really good job. I mean, obviously you shut the team out. That's a great job. They've got some problems, as you would expect, on offense. A lot more timing involved and a few more basic kind of things. But I kind of liked what I saw. You know, all things considered, they don't have those fumbles and that kind of thing. And those are all correctable errors that just a little more practice and they'll be just fine. But a good way to kick off the season. You know, it's not a win, but it's not a loss.
Well, we look forward for more middle school games here at George Daniel Stadium. We'll be showing General Johnny Wilson and Longfellow, and of course the games where they play each other. So for WLCS TV 20, thank you for watching. Thank you for always tuning in to our channel. For Hyatt Hernan, and beside me, Bob Tomaszewski. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again here on WLCS TV 20.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.